Hello, my name is Tony, and I am the Chief Mentor of our 1C Skills Camp. Today we are going to check the functionality of the Module 1 task application. So before we start, we should see the task itself. Task 1.1. The application should allow user to maintain the lists of accounts and expense types and register the income and expense transactions. Okay, let's see. Here are the lists. We have the accounts and expense types. Here are our documents. The income document and expense document. Each income transaction has to register one sum of money incoming to one specific account. Each expense transaction can register as many spendings from different accounts as needed. Okay, the income transaction or income document. Let's check any of these documents. As you can see, we have only one account and one sum of money. In the expense document, we can see that this application was a little bit upgraded. So below, we can see the table from each document we have. You don't need to implement this functionality of interface, so we just go to the document itself. Here we can see a table. In this table, we can create as many spendings as we want. So we have the amount of money for each spending, the account from which this amount of money was taken, and the expense type. That's okay. Task 1.2. The expense transaction registration should trigger the automatic calculation of the total amount of spendings for this specific transaction. The calculated total has to be physically stored in the expense transaction. Okay, let's check. Let's try to delete one spending and see what happens. As you can see, nothing has happened yet. So we pause and close, and then reopen the document. As you can see, this change actually happened. We have chosen the on-write procedure, so all the changes to the total amount, which is also stored, can happen only when we write the document. You can choose, and it's better to choose, for example, on change for this column, for amount column, on save, on change for this. You can implement any procedure you think is more suitable for that case. But personally, I suppose for now that maybe the on change procedure for this field would be more suitable for each of the amounts. Okay, let's move on. Both income and expense transactions have to post their records to the ledger accumulation register. The register has to store the balances broken down by accounts. Okay, go to the other subsystem and see the ledger accumulation register. What do we have here? We have two types of recorders here, the income document and expense documents. And we have a lot of documents that have created the records to the register. So, we also have two types of records, like receipt and expense. We have the amounts broken down by accounts. So this actually suits the task we need. Let's move on. The expense transaction has to check if there are enough balances to complete the transaction. Let's go to the expense document. We can go to any document we want, and let's add some transaction with a very, very huge amount of money. For example, something like this. This is the maximum maybe number we can add here in this field. Try to post this document and what do we see? We see the error message. It tells us the name of the account and the amount of deficit. So we can post this document. As you can see, it was not posted in that form we just created it because of this. Yeah, let's go. Subsystems. There have to be 3 subsystems: lists, documents, and other subsystems. Let's check it. We have documents, lists, and other. That's okay. Panels. The panels should be placed on the sides of the main window. Okay, let's check. As you can see, here are panels. It is not in the top of the application anymore, but to the left, as you can see. Let's go further. You need to implement a common form. The form has to display the current balances of the register. Okay, let's go. Other balances. Here it is. We can see our account and the balance of each account. That's how the Module 1 task application is supposed to work. I hope this can help you to fix your issues with the first module task and to upgrade your application for further modules. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.